My wife cheated on me with our grocery delivery guy after I brought home a barcode scanner and made her scan everything she pulled out of the fridge. We'd been married 6 years, and this whole mess started right after I got promoted and suddenly decided our household budget needed to run like a warehouse inventory system. I know how insane that sounds. It gets worse. Have you ever had something happen that's so stupid you can't even tell the story without feeling like you're pranking people? Like you say it out loud and you're waiting for someone to go, "No way. Yeah, that." My name's Ethan. I'm 33. I live in Austin, Texas. My wife is Lauren. She's 32. Before all this, we looked like a normal couple from the outside. Mortgage, a dog, 2 jobs, tired all the time, little arguments about dumb stuff. Then you move on. No big dramatic warning signs. And listen, before you type, "Bro, you deserved it," just hear me out for 2 minutes. I'm not saying I was perfect. I'm saying what happened still makes my brain short circuit. If you're watching, subscribe, because I swear this story goes places you're not expecting. And drop a comment telling me where you're watching from and what your local time is right now. I actually read every comment, and I want to know if people are hearing this at 2 a.m. Like, what did I just click on? All right, now let's rewind 4 months to the day I walked into my house holding a handheld barcode scanner like I was the manager of a Target. We weren't struggling. We weren't broke. That's the part that makes this extra embarrassing. But I got promoted at work and something flipped in my head. Suddenly, I wasn't seeing groceries as groceries. I was seeing them as untracked spending. Lauren likes little treats, candles, random sauces, those yogurt cups that cost too much because the label is cute. Normally, I'd roll my eyes and move on. Then one day I found two identical tubs of hummus, one basically untouched, and for whatever reason I just snapped. Not at her, like yelling, but internally, like, okay, we're officially wasting money. We need a system. So I bought this cheap scanner online. It connects to an app. The app makes graphs. It's all very satisfying if you're the kind of person who loves seeing numbers line up. And then I went one step further, because I'm a genius, and printed little barcode stickers for stuff that doesn't have one. Apples, avocados, chicken. I am not proud of this. I literally put a barcode sticker on a bag of rice. Lauren watched me do it with that look that says, "I married a man. He is now becoming an accountant monster." I'm like cheerful about it too. I go, "Look, this will be great. We'll finally know where the money's going." And she goes, "Are you serious? What is that, like the gun of control?" At first, she kind of played along. She'd scan something and do this fake cashier voice like, "Beep, that'll be $6.99, ma'am." I took that as a win. I thought, okay, we're fine. We're laughing. This is quirky. I didn't realize she was laughing the way you laugh when you're trying not to scream. After a few days, she started forgetting. The app looked perfect. No snacks, no random purchases, everything clean. But somehow there'd be new chips in the pantry, or cookies, or a fancy sparkling water I definitely didn't buy. I'd say, "Hey, you didn't scan that." And she'd go, "Oh my God, I forgot. I'll do it next time." And that became the vibe in our house. Me trying to keep the system accurate, her getting more and more annoyed, and both of us pretending it wasn't turning into this weird power struggle. The scanner was always on the counter, like a little plastic reminder that I'd turned our kitchen into a self-checkout lane. Then something weird happened. The app started showing items I knew I didn't buy. Stuff like protein cookies, spicy jerky, lime sparkling water. And the timestamps were during the day when I was at the office. At first, I honestly thought it was a glitch. Like maybe it was picking up someone else's data. I even Googled it. Then it happened again and again. So one night at dinner, I go, casual, "Hey, did you buy protein cookies?" And she pauses. Not a normal pause, like a full 1 second freeze. She goes, "Protein cookies?" I show her my phone, and she goes, way too quickly, "You probably tapped something by accident." That was the moment where I didn't think cheating, but I did think, okay, she's lying to me. And that feeling is awful because once it's in your head, everything starts sounding different. Now here's where I need to admit something that I'm not proud of. We had this old pet cam from when our dog was a puppy. We used it to check if he was barking while we were out. I took it out and set it up in the kitchen. I told myself it was for the scanner. I told myself I just wanted to see why the numbers didn't match. I wasn't sitting there like a movie villain rubbing my hands. But yeah, if you're thinking, dude, that's messed up, I get it. I get it now. So one afternoon during my lunch break, I open the camera feed and I see our front door open. A guy in a grocery delivery uniform walks in holding a small paper bag and my barcode scanner. I just stared at the screen like my brain couldn't process the pixels. Because why would a delivery guy be holding my scanner? Why is he inside my house? Why is my wife smiling? Lauren takes the scanner from him like it's normal. They laugh. He leans in and shows her something on her phone. They're standing close. Not two strangers doing a transaction. Close, close, close. And then, this is the part that made my stomach drop. She gestures and he follows her deeper into the house, out of the camera's view. I'm sitting at my desk at work, watching my own kitchen like an idiot, and all I can think is, this can't be real. This is about barcodes. This is about groceries. That night I tried to keep my voice calm. I go, "Hey, who came by today?" Lauren doesn't look up from whatever she's doing. She goes, "The delivery guy. He dropped off an order." I say, "He was holding our scanner." She sighs like I'm exhausting. "It was a small bag, vitamins, and he helped because you make everything complicated." Vitamins. She said it like it ended the conversation. Like, see? Vitamins. Normal. My head was spinning. Because on one hand, I'm thinking, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe there's a stupid explanation. On the other hand, why is he inside? Why is he laughing with her? Why is he holding the scanner like it belongs to him? A week later, I came home early. I usually go for a run after work, but my knee was acting up, so I cut it short and headed home. I remember thinking, maybe I'll surprise Lauren. We'll order takeout. Reset. I open the front door and I hear voices. Not the TV. Not a podcast. Voices. I take 2 steps in and I see a grocery delivery bag on the kitchen table. And in the hallway, by the door, there are sneakers I've never seen in my life. And I swear my brain tried so hard to save me. Like, maybe it's a repair guy. Maybe her friend's boyfriend stopped by. Maybe you're imagining things. But then I walk into the kitchen, and there he is. Same guy. He's at my sink, drinking water from one of our glasses like he lives there. Not even a disposable cup. Our actual glass. Lauren is right there, wearing my hoodie, and she turns her head and I see a red mark on her neck. Fresh. Like she didn't even have time to think about it. I didn't yell. I didn't slam anything. I just said, "Oh," Because what do you even say when you walk into your own house and reality punches you in the face? The guy turns and I finally see his name tag. Miles. He looks like a normal dude, mid-20s. Not some cartoon villain, just a regular guy who should not be in my kitchen. He starts, "Sir, I..." And Lauren cuts him off and says to me immediately, "Don't start, Ethan." That sentence messed me up more than the mark on her neck. Don't start. Like I'm about to complain that someone tracked mud on the rug. I nod at the delivery bag. So, vitamins again? Lauren exhales like she's been waiting with this fight, and she goes, "You turned me into an employee. You wanted me scanning every single thing like I'm working a register. I couldn't even grab a snack without you checking your stupid app." And then Miles. This is the part I still can't believe. Miles goes, quietly but like he's proud of it, "She just wanted to be talked to like a person." I actually let out this little laugh that wasn't a laugh. It was my brain glitching. I go, "Talk to like a person? So you drink out of my glass in my house?" Lauren's voice gets louder. "Yes, because you didn't listen. I told you to stop. I told you it was too much. And you responded by putting barcode stickers on avocados." So there we are, my wife and I standing in our kitchen, arguing about barcode stickers on avocados, while her delivery guy is literally right there. That's the moment I realized how far off the rails everything had gone. I told Miles, "Leave." No threats, no chest puffing, just get out. And to his credit, he didn't argue. He grabbed his shoes and left fast, like he'd suddenly remembered he had somewhere else to be. As soon as the door shut, Lauren starts talking a mile a minute, like she's trying to fill the silence so she doesn't have to sit in what she did. She goes, "It wasn't planned. He started delivering to us a lot, and he'd hear you nagging me about the scanner. You'd always ask if I scan things. He made a joke one day like, 'Do you want a receipt printed too?' And I laughed. And it felt nice. It felt like someone saw me. And I'm standing there thinking, 'So you slept with him because he joked about a receipt?' I said, 'You could have talked to me. You could have told me you were done. You could have left. You could have done anything except this.' She goes, 'I tried to talk. You didn't hear me.' And maybe she's right about that part. Maybe I got obsessed with control and I didn't see how miserable she was. But here's the thing. Even if I was annoying, even if I was controlling, that doesn't magically make what she did normal. I grabbed a bag, threw some clothes in it, and left to stay with a friend. I didn't have the energy to scream. I didn't want to hear explanations. I just needed air. 2 days later, I came back to grab more stuff, and the pet cam was gone. I asked, "Did you take the camera down?" She said cold, "You had no right to put it up." And that was it. No apology, no shame. Just, you had no right. Like the camera was the crime, and the cheating was, what, self-care? After that, everything turned into paperwork and weird, petty little moments. I canceled our shared delivery account, and the next day the delivery service emails me like, "We miss you, Ethan," with a discount code. I sat there staring at it thinking, this is a simulation. Lauren texted sometimes like she wanted to keep control of the story. Stuff like, "You're really ending a marriage over an app." She kept framing it as the scanner, not as her bringing another guy into our home. Eventually, I hired a lawyer and filed for divorce. Because once I saw him in my kitchen, once I saw the lying before that, I couldn't unsee it. I didn't trust her anymore. And I didn't want to live in a relationship where the truth comes out only when you catch it. The last normal conversation we had was while we were dividing things up. She was holding one of my old shirts, looking at it like it mattered, and she asked, "Do you think I'm a monster?" And I said honestly, "I think you made a choice, and I'm making mine. Now I live alone. I buy whatever groceries I want. I don't scan a single thing. The only beeping I hear is when I pay for parking. And the weirdest part is this. Whenever a delivery guy walks past my building, my body tenses up automatically. Like my brain still expects to see someone holding my scanner, smiling like he belongs. So yeah, that's my story. A cheating story that started with a barcode scanner. Tell me, seriously, am I insane for thinking this is the most ridiculous trigger for an affair you've ever heard? If you're still here, subscribe, because I've got more stories like this, and I want to hear what you'd do in my shoes. And again, comment where you're from and what time it is for you right now. I read every comment.